Hello. I've just made a fresh cup of tea. It's so nice. A hot cup of tea is just like pure bliss, I think. I've been working on my book journal yesterday, I think. And as I was making my TBR, I want to read 10 books in July. July's almost over though, and I've read now four books. So I have 6 books to read in, let's say like a week probably. Check my calendar. In 11 days, I have 6 books to read. I'm hoping I can do it, but a lot of my books on my TBR are classics, and those have tended to take me more time to read, so we'll see. And also this weekend I'm going to be in Toronto. So, I mean, I do have a 4-hour train ride twice, and then I think I have a few hours to kill when I get into Toronto before I meet up with my friend, so we'll see. I can probably get a decent chunk of a book done in that time frame. I finished reading the Cursebreaker series by Brigid Kemmerer, and then I finished reading Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, which I had started a while back and sort of took a break from. I had like 100 pages left, and for some reason I couldn't bring myself to finish it, so I finally finished it. I actually enjoyed it. I feel like lots of people say that Northanger is their favorite Austen book. To be fair, I've only ever read Pride and Prejudice previously, so this was only my second Austen book. So I really don't have that much to compare it to, but I loved Pride and Prejudice and went on a bit of a Pride and Prejudice binge where I watched the 2005 film and the BBC version with Colin Firth, and I think I watched the 2005 film like 3 times in a week because I loved it so much. Anyways, so in comparison to Pride and Prejudice, I didn't love it as much, but I still enjoyed it. It was kind of fun, different. Yeah, it was a good read. And now I'm reading The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. It's a romance set in Victorian period, but it's hilarious. Very lighthearted and very, very, very theatrical. Like, it would make a great play. I originally picked it up because I loved the Cursebreaker series so much, but I thought that it would put me in a reading slump because I just wouldn't want anything but that series. Like, those characters and that storyline for a little bit, I was like attached. And so I needed something easy to read that would keep me reading and keep me out of a slump, and so I picked this up, not realizing how theatrical it was, but it's enjoyable to read. I'm on page 90 of, I think there's like 321, so I'm almost a third of the way through it, but yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. It's kind of funny. It's basically like Victorian pirates. It combines magic and piracy and Victorian era and some great, capable women. So, I mean, fun. I've been reading it all day. The weather is kind of horrendous. It's like gray. We had some thunderstorms earlier. It's also my first day off in a few days, so it's just been a really slow day. I'm kind of in my comfy clothes, got my classic little hair bun thing. This is my second cup of tea of the day, and it might not be my last. I might have another one. I want to finish my TBR for this month. I would love to read 10 books this month. And also get through some of these classics, because I do want to read the classics, but because some of them are sometimes so dense and I really have to think about the language that I'm reading, I struggle to read them at a pace that I would love to read them at. I just really want to read the classics in the summer. because I don't know, that just seems right. It just seems like classics are for summertime. Unless it's Dracula and Frankenstein, in which case I'll probably read those in October, closer to Halloween, because that's a mood. You know? I don't know. On my list next to read is Little Women, Jane Eyre, The Great Gatsby, Anne of Green Gables. I'm hoping to finish this today or early tomorrow. And then I also want to read Dance of Thieves, which is I think it's a YA fantasy. I think. But it's been recommended to me, and I started it. It's on my bed. I've read like one or two chapters of it, and I was like, okay, interesting. And then I decided I had too many books started, and I needed to crack down on which ones I was going to focus on. And so I finished Northanger Abbey. Now I'm back to this, trying to get through it and finish it today. And then I want to start at Little Women, I think, is the one I want to start. I'm probably going to bring Anne of Green Gables. This might be a nice book to read on the train. Just like a fun little story, adventurous little story to read while on an adventure, you know? And then I'll have an ebook of one of my classics available too, so I have options of what I want to read, because I'm a mood reader and it just so depends on what I'm in the mood for. So we'll just bring all of the above and pick from there. But priority is to read this. Look at the cover. How fun is that? Look. What fun. Hello, hello. I don't know what to say. It's another day. I've just taken some photos for my Instagram because I'm actually wearing makeup today. Oh, what? Who am I? So I took some photos. Now I'm just kind of going through them, picking which ones I want to edit and post. And then it's a gorgeous day out. I don't know if you can tell by how bright it is over here, but it's so nice out. I think I'm going to get a cup of tea and sit outside to read for a while. But before I do that, I think I'm going to do some work on my laptop, wait for the sun to move so I can take some book photos on my bed. I did get some new books the other day, and I want to take some pictures of them. Not necessarily these ones. These are just the Indigo exclusive editions of the From Blood and Ash series. They finally came to Indigo stores, which I'm so excited about, so I had to buy them. Then, okay, I'll do this one first. Then I bought this, In Deep Waters. From what I understand, it's a YA fantasy romance. It's basically about this prince who has secret powers that he has to keep hidden, and he's going on his coming of age tour, and where other royals would kind of go wild and it would be like party celebration, he can't, because he can't reveal his powers. As they're on the ship, they rescue this boy from a shipwreck, and the prince starts to feel connected to him. He starts having feelings. And then the boy just disappears, jumps overboard, something like that. He disappears. He thinks he'll never see him again. But then they dock, and the prince finds the boy again. And just before they can do anything about being reunited or whatever, they get kidnapped. The prince gets kidnapped because it's rumored that he has secret powers, and they want to use him as ransom and to potentially start a war. So he has to escape if he wants to save himself and his kingdom, and this boy might be his only hope. So, actually I don't know which is which, so ignore me pointing. But also, okay, not only does that sound exciting, but look at this cover. Is it not stunning? It's gorgeous. So I had to have that. And then this came in the stock that I was opening on my last shift. Isn't it amazing? Look at this. It's got bees. Okay, but that's not even, I'm not even done. Look at the end pages. Love that, but I'm not even done, okay? Look at the spine. Look at the spine, it's got bees on it. Holy heckin' heck, is that ever freaking gorgeous. Anyways, did I mostly buy this book because of the bees everywhere and the beautiful spine? Yeah, I think it did. But also it does sound pretty interesting. It is a YA, I think it's contemporary fantasy-ish. From what I understand, it's about this girl who lives on her family's bee farm, and her days are spent tending to the bee farm. But they live near these woods that have like monstrous creatures in them. And the creatures haven't been seen for years, but there's like whispers that they're still alive. And then strange things begin to plague her town. And the creatures start coming out of the forest, saying that they'll fulfill the residents' deepest desires, however grand, just for a small favor. It's called Small Favor. So soon it's down to Emery, who is our main character, to save the town and her friends from going up in flames, essentially, from being taken over by these creatures and their greed and whatnot. So it's called Small Favors by Erin A. Craig, and I'm kind of excited. It's a gorgeous, another gorgeous cover. It has some gorgeous details all over it, the end pages, the spine. Big reason why I bought it, so I'm looking forward to reading that as well, because it seems like very interesting. I think I'm gonna do just some other work on my laptop for a bit, wait for the sun to move, maybe set up a couple of photos over on my bed, and then I'm gonna go outside to read. I do also have a thing. I'm going out for dinner at 4 o'clock. One of my mom's best friends is visiting, and we're all gonna meet up and go out to dinner together. So that'll be exciting. Like I said, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. The sky is blue, the sun is out. I'm on page 110, chapter 10. I'm gonna try and finish that today so that I can move on. I want to read Little Women before the weekend because I'm meeting up with my friends in Toronto and we might have a little movie night, and I promised my one friend that I would read Little Women so that we could watch the movie, and it's been months, so I really need to get on that before I see her in person and she calls me out for it. So Okay, so a few weeks ago I ordered a brand new Gigi Pip hat. I'm very excited about it, but I just got one of these like mail cards to go and pick it up, which means we have a change of plans from my book. I have a few pages left in this chapter. I'm on page 144. So I think I'll finish this chapter and then go into town to pick up my hat. Okay, so I do have a little bit of time to kill. However, I just got back from the grocery store, which is behind me, and also picked up my package. Look what came in! It's my hat! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, since I have time to kill, I'm just gonna sit in the grocery store parking lot for a hot minute and attempt to open my hat. The problem with having a fob key for your car, a push start, is that you lose a weapon, you know? And also a means of opening packages. Okay. You guys. Here she is. Oh my god. Oh, buddies. Okay, wait. I need to like... Okay. Stop. Stop it right now. Ah. Stop. Stop. Somebody's passing me. Just like wait for the neighboring vehicles to come by me again. Oh. Oh, buddies. Am I Raymond Red Reddington yet? Was that a deciding factor in me buying a fedora? Maybe a little. We are back on the swing today. Yesterday, I didn't film anymore after that little bit in the car because the storage on my phone got full and I could not film until I took things off. I did that this morning and hopefully I'll have more room now. But we're back on the swing. I have a cup of tea. Sorry, Mom, I'm using your mug. I've got some chocolates that might melt out here. And we have my book, which I'm still not done. I love how I say, oh, I can finish this today. And then it never really happens. But I'm really close now. So I'm gonna force myself to finish it today. I'm on page 230. And there's 321 pages. So we're really close to the end. So I'm gonna finish it. I do only have an hour this afternoon before I have a singing lesson at 2:10. Should double check. But I have a singing lesson, which is only a half an hour. And then I'll probably have to read inside because the weather is calling for rain. Not gonna lie, I was hoping for rainy weather earlier today when I didn't want to get out of bed. So, but it's okay because we're outside now enjoying the warm weather while it's here. I'm in some like comfy clothes and yeah, we're just gonna read my book for about an hour, then we'll see. I'm almost done, finally. The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. I only have a few chapters left.
It's enjoyable. It's taken me a while to read because it's not my typical genre. It's not what I typically go for, I think. And it's quite silly. So it's a fun read. I think if you're in a reading slump or if you need something light, this is a good option. It's very theatrical. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's not something I would typically go for. It's definitely not what I expected it to be, which I think is why it took me so long to read, but it's fun, you know? Like, I'm not regretful that I picked it up and that I'm reading it. So I think I only have about 4 or 5 chapters left, and I really like the direction that we just went in. So I'm like excited to see where we go. We sort of like build up this relationship throughout the entire book between our main character Cecilia, who is a Victorian pirate, and Ned, who is a pirate himself, but he's also like an assassin, an agent of the Queen, a captain, a colonel, a major. Like, he's kind of like a spy, and you know, he's been contracted to assassinate her, but all they do is like witty banter and fight, and he's like in love with her, and she seemingly wants nothing to do with him, but you know, she's like falling for him every time they meet and speak and fight each other and whatever. So it's like quite silly in that, and they've been building up this relationship the whole book, and they're finally like coming to the conclusion of that relationship in a good way, but they both like won't talk about how they feel. They both like love each other but won't say it. They have no idea how the other feels about the other, you know? So it's like one of those things where they're thinking that they're gonna have to say goodbye to each other, but they love each other, and it's just like, I need to know what's gonna happen. I need them to figure it out. So that's where we're kind of at, but it's like, it's quite sweet and quite funny, their relationship, and I'm really enjoying them. I think it's gonna be like a 3-star or 3.5-star read, just because I didn't like love it, but it was like really enjoyable. So singing lesson is over. I've heated up some green Thai curry, which I had for dinner yesterday when we went out for dinner. And it looks like the rain is going to hold up, so I'm heading back out to my spot on the swing to read for the rest of the afternoon, I think. I'm going to enjoy my lunch. The sky's pretty blue. Birds are chirping. It's looking to be a very lovely afternoon, and I'm very excited to sit out here. I work tomorrow all day long. And then Saturday, I have to get up really, really early because I have an early train heading down to Toronto, and I'm so excited. So I also have to pack for that as well. And it's gonna rain in Toronto. Oh, a hummingbird. Oh, I always love seeing the honeybirds. What am I thinking of? Hummingbirds. Wow. Finished it! Took me forever, seemingly. Only like 3 days. Maybe that's not forever, but whatever. Anyways, finished. The ending is so cute. Oh, my heart. That was adorable. What a fun read. Not my typical pick for genre, but I enjoyed it. It's nice to do something outside of your usual every once in a while, and that was nice. Cute. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I just got out of the bath. I have a face mask on. I feel like if you have a bath, it's just proper to do a face mask. You know? I don't know, that's just proper bath day etiquette. I don't make the rules. I'm on chapter 3 of Little Women. To be fair, I know nothing about Little Women. I purposely knew I wanted to read the book, so I have not seen the film. I have not Googled it. I know nothing about any of the classics, really, except perhaps Dracula, because I was in a play. So that's the only one that I actually kind of know. So I don't know what happens. I know it's like there's a love story and it's complex-ish, but that's it. I feel as though I'm on chapter 3, and I could be so wrong here, but I feel as though someone's gonna die. You know? I just feel like perhaps one of the parents is going to expire. And, you know, one would think it would be the father because he's away at war. That seems like a logical option, a logical thing to worry about. But if books have taught me anything, it's that they often do what you're not expecting them to do, and so I'm very worried for the mother's health as well. I feel like she could possibly expire, which would be more dramatic and more traumatizing, I think, if she died and their father is away at war. Like, how heartbreaking would that be? So I'm very worried for her health as well. Just have this feeling in my heart that someone's gonna die. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm only on chapter 3, but like, these girls just love their family so much. We're really building up the parents, you know? So it makes me worry for them. But other than that, it's really cute so far. What a busy morning. So, I have to get rid of this tea bag. BRB. So, I have this huge to-do list today. And the highlighted things are things that I have done from the to-do list. Because I leave tomorrow morning at like 6 a.m. probably, I have lots to do and get ready before I go. Namely, the big thing was making sure my camera battery is charged, cleaning up my room, cleaning up the house before I leave. I vacuumed, dusted, went the whole 9 yards, you know? And then this evening after work, I think I'm going to pack. And then, like, I have lots of little things to do before I go. However, I'm going to take a break and do some reading. I've just made a cup of tea, and I'm gonna eat this, like, turkey. This is like an adult Lunchable. I don't know if anyone grew up on Lunchables. I certainly did. But they came out with, like, adult versions. So this is, like, a little turkey breast. They've got, like, some cheese and some, like, little toasted
It almost reminds me of Melba Toast. You're gonna laugh at me, but I have this because I'm reading an ebook. So, this is how I sit on my iPad when I'm reading an ebook. I was editing earlier. And then I can just like do things and read. And it's quite nice. So, yeah, I have about 2.5 hours before I have to go to work. So, plan in that time is I'm gonna eat something, have my tea. I'm probably gonna need more than this before I go to work. And then it's another beautiful day, so I might go sit outside for a little bit and read before I have to leave. That seems like a good idea to me, so probably do that. In the meantime, here we are. Okay, so I was gonna go outside and read a bit before work, but I was just thinking about my trip this weekend, and I thought I have a lot of time to kill on Saturday before I meet up with my friend whose place I'm staying at, so I figured it might be a good idea for me to invest in a portable charging thing, a portable power bank, so that I can charge my phone wherever I am. So instead of going to sit out and read, I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna go out early and head to Staples and see if I can find a portable power bank. It's an adventure with me. Every day, you never know what you're gonna get. I never know what I'm gonna get. I was just filming and my camera literally just glitched and shut down. So, have to refilm that. I'm gonna be quicker this time, just in case that decides to happen. So, back from the store and from work. I always forget to film when I'm like out and about. Gonna do a quick little haul of what I got. I didn't get much. I went to Staples with the intention, my hair's driving me crazy. Went to Staples with the intention of getting a power bank. Did get that. Not the one I originally thought I was going to get, but this one was cheaper and I like the color. It's like a rust orange color, which is one of my favorite colors. So I thought I'll give it a go. As long as it works for this weekend, I'll be happy. It'll be a purchase well made. So I'm gonna charge that up this evening so it's good to go for tomorrow. And then the only other thing I got from Staples was some erasers and some glue sticks, which I will be using with my book journal. So there's that. Then I went to Dollarama because I had time to kill before my shift. And I bought these cute little bags for my friend's birthday, very belated birthday gifts. And that's all I got. I did do some reading. I'm on page 35 of Little Women in chapter 4. Not very far at all. I feel like the chapters are quite long, and so it's taking me a little while to get through them, which is fine. I do have a 4-hour train ride tomorrow, so hopefully I'm going to read for the majority of that time. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes, and I can't wait to watch the movie after I finish reading the book. That's also exciting. So yeah, this evening I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I want to film my weekend in the city and make that a separate thing. So here we are. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna go pack now. Thank you for watching. It was like a fun couple of days off from work where I got to indulge in some extra reading time and just have some extra downtime that I don't necessarily always have. So that was fun, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. So have a great evening, day, whatever time it is where you are. Stay as long as you like. I love you, and I'll see you later.